the Lost for Words podcast, the best podcast on the internet. You niggas just don't know it yet. Back with another banger. I'm Marcus. That's Blur of Lightning. That's No Dion. Fellas, how y'all been, man?
Been good, been blessed, man. How about you?
Pretty good. I can't complain.
Can't complain.
This is.
Good.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say you could complain, but you choose not to.
Fact. Life's better when you choose not to complain, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
We all got something to complain about. But this is our 10th episode. How y'all feeling this far?
Dang, 10 episode anniversary.
Yeah.
Yep. 10 episodes in, man. We doing this thing.
That's a
Only
milestone.
only 90 more to go to get some respect around here.
I
I
think
know,
so.
right?
I
It's
mean,
all right. We
I
gonna get our respect.
yeah, it probably took us a little longer than we thought it would to get to 10 episodes, but
Yeah, it definitely did.
yeah, but
It's
um,
not the end goal, it's the journey. You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact.
It's a
Exactly.
marathon, not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? I could keep going, but we'll just roll on, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like sometimes I be like sitting up at night just thinking about shit, right? And I'll just just shit that I do in life that I just do and I don't really know why I do it. But when I think about it, like shit makes sense. So I want to ask y'all, do y'all tip like at restaurants?
Yes.
All the time.
Okay, so that's a broad question. So y'all, of course, you probably tip when you sitting down eating and shit, right? But like, say you
Hmm.
order pickup, do you tip when you go pick up the food?
No. Sometimes. Sometimes. But it's like a 10% type thing sometimes. Like 10% of the time I'll tip.
But
Not all.
what determines that 10% that you took?
The place I go, and if I've been there before and I know the food is good, then I already know. If I already know the food is good, then I just tip something.
What about you, know?
But go ahead.
I would say I'm the opposite. I'm 90% yes, I'm gonna tip.
Even if you going to get the food,
Even if I'm going to get the food.
why?
Um, I just feel like, I'm tipping them for their service. You know what I mean? And
Blur,
so
your
I
lights
always
went
put
out.
his lights went out. Blurred lightning lost his lights.
That's ironic.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I yeah, I guess from being on the other side of like preparing food and stuff like that, like
Hmm.
um and just seeing how little like waitresses make and stuff like that. Even though I know they're not really in that process, I don't know. It's just like I feel like it's a habit for me to tip.
So,
And
question.
like mhm.
Question though. So you said how little waitresses and waiters make, but like, you think that should fall on the customer?
I mean, just the way that business is set up. No. Well, I mean, no, it doesn't fall on the customer. Really, because the customer has a choice of whether they want to or not. Um, Restaurants and stuff like that are trying to work around that where they include gratuity so they can look out for those that are working for them. But I mean, technically, it doesn't fall on the customer.
I don't eat at places like that. Don't tell me what I gotta tip. Nigga. First off. So this is what I'm thinking. So as an adult male man, just an adult shit, I can go to the goddamn kitchen and pick my food up. Like even if we're eating in a restaurant, right? Just thinking logically. Follow me for a second. I could go when they call my ticket number out. I could go to the kitchen, pick my food up, and bring it back to my table, right?
Hmm.
What am I tipping for? Versus some shit I can't do, like changing my brakes. That's what I like. That's what I would be okay tipping with. I don't tip in that shit either. But like some shit like fucking heart. Like if I got heart surgery, I need to tip that nigga. The irony is the heart surgeon already make a lot of money, so like they don't need the money. So it's like, why you tipping them? But it's like they're doing a skill that I can't do myself. Like I don't think fucking. Now I do tip if we go in and we sit down and have a meal. I would tip, but if I'm going to pick food up, I'm not tipping. What did you do? You
I
didn't even
mean,
serve me. Like,
I think that the tipping aspect is more so an appreciation. Yes, you could do it, but they did it out of convenience. So you saying you should have the option when you go to a restaurant, be like, I don't need a waiter, just let me go pick it up.
if that wasn't, what I'm saying is, in my opinion, tipping should be for some shit that I can't do for myself. Like, it's like waiters and waitresses they don't make a lot of money, but how's that on me to give you more money? Like, if that's the case, I would just go give my money to homeless people on the street. Like, you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
but the homeless people are not providing you a service.
They not providing me a service. I could do that shit. I could go tip. I should go tip the cook, cause like the cook fucking. You know what I'm saying? Or
The
y'all
cooks they get, so the tips don't go to just
just
that
the waiters. I
waiter.
understand.
Yeah, yeah, it's spread out. So actually, I don't know if the cooks make money from the
I know the
tips, but I know
dishwashers and
like
shit.
the dishwashers, the people that clean the tables, all of them, the host, the first person that introduce you and give you the table, all of them get paid off that tip.
Yeah, but specifically in this pickup shit, the motherfuckers at the restaurant aren't doing anything. Like I literally spent gas money to come pick my order up. All you did was package it. You didn't even serve it to me. Like y'all just hand me the shit. What I got a tip for there? How do I have to tip when I go in a fucking gas station and buy like some chips and a drink? Like it's the same shit. Like how is it different? Like
I think that's kind of different.
how?
But my wife would agree with you. So like
Really?
I yeah, I always tip. If I order something, I'll go pick it up, I tip. If I order something, they deliver it, I tip. And
That's a
she's
that's a
always like, "Why are you tipping if you just picking it up like they're not?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's just in me. Like I'm just programmed to tip.
What was you gonna say, Blur?
but that's why I want to jump in at and ask a question about this tipping is do y'all tip or what causes y'all to tip if y'all do tip when someone deliver you food?
Okay, that's a good question too, cause we actually got we pay for DoorDash. The was it Dash Pass or some shit?
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the fucking food, if you look at DoorDash and their prices,
It's
and
higher.
yeah, it's fucking higher than if you just got it
Mm-hmm.
from the restaurant. So
Yeah, I
nigga,
know.
your tip coming from there, nigga. Look. If I got COVID or some shit, like when I got COVID and ordered food, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tip this nigga because I can't do it right now. Like I can't go get it. So I'll give you a few bucks. You know what I'm saying? But on a normal like Saturday night, we just ordering some shit. I'm not. No, I'm already paying more than I'm supposed to be paying. Like, and I get it. I get it. People, that's like a side gig. Like people trying to hustle, make some money. But I'm like, bruh, like, get another job, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you like, if these jobs aren't paying like living wages, go get another job. Like,
That is an
And
interesting point because the restaurant is getting away with not paying
yeah,
their workers a certain amount of money, but
the
the
burden
pressure
falls on
is
the
on,
customer.
yeah, the pressure is on the
Yeah,
customer, and they're mad at the customer for not tipping. But if you think about it,
it's the
they
restaurant.
should be getting paid more. Like the restaurant got the money to pay you more, really. Like when you think about
Yeah.
it.
And I'm not mad at the restaurants charging more on DoorDash because they got to pay that DoorDash fee or whatever. So they trying to get their shit back too. But like, let that shit trickle down to the fucking employees that work for you. Like, don't let that shit rely on me tipping them. Cause like,
They ain't gonna do that.
hey, if
and with
everyone quit, they will do it.
They just
with
gonna
the
order Amazon drones.
excuse me, and with the whole go get another job thing for the side hustle, yeah, I can agree with that. And this comes from somebody that did do DoorDash. I've done DoorDash, and I can almost guarantee the people that are ordering, they don't pay like 50, 60, $70 for their food, $30 for their food.
For 2 meals.
And for yeah,
Yeah,
and I can like because I'm half and half on this. I can see why the people that deliver your food want their tips
for sure.
because when you get there and you deliver their food and then you get your money and they say $4, you're like, I just drove all the way out here for $4. Like that's freaking crazy, like, bro. So they do depend on those tips to make it on them side hustle. But I just did what you did say. I just stopped working there. I just stopped doing it.
I got a question
Like
for you.
I wasn't getting paid. I just stopped doing it. Go ahead.
So, if the customer don't tip you, you don't make anything.
I make they pay you from for miles, how many the miles it takes you to get to that person's house and going to the store. So it's like I can't tell you the price, but it's low as hell per mile.
Mm.
Yeah. So only it'll be like most time when if I drive like 15 if I drive like 15 minutes on one place, I'll probably get $5, $6 if they don't tip.
Mm.
If they tip, I get the whole tip or whatever they tip. And so they tip at 10, $20, whatever, I get the whole thing. But
Mm.
if they don't tip, it's just like $5, $4, $3, $4, $3. You just going that route and you've been working for if I don't go that long, but for people that probably do 8 hours and then you come back with $40, it's like
Yeah.
I've been out 8 hours and I only got $40. That's crazy. Like a normal 10 hour job give you more than that for 8 hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. So I completely stopped doing it. But I don't order DoorDash no more, but when I used to order DoorDash a lot, uh, I tip based on I never tipped before. I got to see when you get to my house, deliver my food, if you delivered the right way,
If you
if
eat
my
my
junk
shit.
messed up or
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I tip. But I never tipped before. I remember someone kept texting me about, man, are you gonna tip me? Are you gonna tip me? But you ain't even got here with my food yet.
That's a
So you now
definite
you're
no
not.
then.
So
Yeah.
now you're not getting the tip when you get here.
Yeah.
So it don't
Don't
even
question
matter.
me. Cause this shit that's not it's not an obligation, bitch. Like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
I,
And
I'm glad. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry.
Let me finish this. And and I understand how important those tips is. So, but you still have like because I compare to myself, I make sure people get their food on time, before time. Uh, Food still hot, whatever the case may be. You know, I'm a speed demon out there. I'm gonna get to
you
you.
are.
You gonna get your food while it's hot. I promise you. And
That's your problem.
but just I want to give one more example of me actually giving someone a really good tip is when I was staying in a hotel and I ordered some DoorDash. The dude bought it. He delivered it. It said delivered on my phone, but I'm like, dang, well, like I ain't get the food. What's going on? Where my food at? So I called him, and he ended up delivering it to the wrong hotel room. So he came all the way back, knocked on those people's door, trying to get the food back. But of course, they not answering the door.
Ain't
They
nobody
already know
here.
it wasn't their food. They
Yeah.
know it wasn't their food. They took it anyway. But
I
but
wouldn't want that food back anyway, honestly. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
For
I know
sure.
exactly. I wasn't gonna take it back anyway. But he came. Then he came to my room. Was like, man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I gave it to the wrong door, man. I said, you cool, man. I'm just gonna call DoorDash. They'll refund me my money. And he was like, nah, man. What did you have? Tell me what you have, and I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna pay for it with my own money. I'm gonna go get it. And went back, bought it back,
That nigga ate your
paid for his
shit.
own money.
he
And
So,
ate your
and
shit, bruh.
and you tipped them.
yeah, and I tipped him
Damn.
because
So
he spent his own money to. He made an effort to. He could have just let me call DoorDash and deal with it, and DoorDash would have they wouldn't ask no question. They would have just refunded my money, and that would
Bruh.
have been it.
What
But
if
he went the extra mile.
what if your shit was just in his car the whole time? He told you that shit.
But why would he go all the way back then? Well, I
How you know
mean,
he went back? He could just
you
sat in
don't
the
know.
parking lot. Like,
You don't know, but I don't like. I don't. I just feel like no one would go through all that
these
just to be
niggas is
like
finessers,
not
bruh.
giving your food.
Blur believes people are essentially good.
They ain't. They ain't.
So
I,
I feel like I can pick up on someone that's been a sleazeball.
Not a
So,
not a top shelf finesser.
so
Bruh, we just did DoorDash for the first time like last week. We ordered something from this place called Izzo's, was basically like Moe's.
Hmm.
Izzo's, if you're hearing this, call me. Um,
Get the
we,
sponsor.
we ordered no. We get the steak bowl. We got a steak bowl and a chicken bowl. Put all the ingredients we wanted in it. DoorDash pulls up. I had to go outside to get the food. Oh, I tipped,
That's
but
crazy.
usually I like to tip uh, afterwards. Like he said, to
Hmm.
make sure the food's right, make sure everything's good, make sure I like the service. Then I tip. But the app had me tip like before or something like
Oh,
that. So
you left
I
that shit on auto? They be putting crazy amounts in there,
Nah,
man.
it wasn't auto. It was something. It was like $4 was the thing. I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and tip that. That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
So, get the food, sit down, open up my wife opens her bowl. There's no rice in this bowl, right?
Hmm.
So she's, she mad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so I'm basically trying to figure out like what to do. Obviously, we didn't want to go to the place. That's why we ordered DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? And this is our first time trying it. She ain't really into that stuff, but I was trying to give it a chance because I'm like, there used to be a time where I would order Chinese and order pizza and they would deliver and I wouldn't think
Yep.
two things about it.
Wait, she not into
Hmm.
Um,
what? The delivery or the place you order from?
Not like DoorDash and the whole
Oh, okay.
delivery, like somebody delivering her food.
Yeah.
So I kind of convinced her, like, it's cool. I mean, yeah, we don't have a company. Like, I mean, I guess we can hold DoorDash accountable, but like when we used to order Chinese and pizza, we could hold that specific
Yeah.
company accountable because the drivers were working for them. But anyways, there's no rice in there. So I opened my bowl, no rice in my bowl. So they bought us a steak bowl and a chicken bowl with no rice.
They just gave
So
y'all
I'm
niggas meat and veggies?
Bruh, I'm already mad. So I'm like, all right, like I'm trying to calm her down. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just make the rice.
Oh,
You
hell no.
you leave the review. I'm gonna make the rice. So I put the rice on. So while the rice cooking, we waiting. She typing up the review. She send off the review. I come back with the rice. Not only is the rice missing, it's no cheese. It's no like it's like a list of stuff that we put that we wanted on there. None of that is on there. And I'm just like, bruh, I done tipped.
Mm.
I done did all of this stuff. Call Izzo's. They talking about I got to get my refund from DoorDash. Call DoorDash. They want to give me credit for DoorDash.
Yeah, that's
Don't want to
that
give
bullshit.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want
Credit.
to give me
Yep.
my cash back. And then, like you said, DoorDash prices are astronomical.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's like $17 credit on DoorDash gonna get me some Smarties and a Pez dispenser. Like
Yeah.
I can't really do nothing with
Get a
that. So
happy
it's just
meal,
like
nigga.
sound ridiculous, man.
Yeah, and bruh, don't you hate that when you like convince your girl to do something that like she don't want to do, and then that shit, she be
Turn out
right?
bad.
Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like it backfired like 8 out of 10 times.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes
It
you like,
does.
I told you.
yeah.
But then like the majority of the time, it's like, dang, I'm sorry, babe. We ain't got to
That's
do it
all
no
you can
more.
say. That's
Yeah.
all you can. That's all you can say. Cause it's like, what else can you say? Like, you can have 100 good experiences, and it's just that one
Yeah.
that messes everything up.
And you
Yeah.
said you went out to the street to get the food?
I've done that a
Yeah,
couple times.
I went to the.
Nigga.
I've done that a couple times.
In our instructions it say just leave it on the doorstep. No need to ring the doorbell.
See, the problem with that is the way our house is set up.
uh
They'll leave it at the garage, which is technically the back of our house, but that's where you drive.
uh
So they won't bring it to the front. They'll leave it by the garage and be like, "It's here," and then it's like, "Well, where is it? It's out there on the side of the house, basically." So it's like, y'all gotta bring it to me. Like some companies that do it all the time, like we ordered Domino's one time. It's like they knew what to do. They were familiar with the area. They came to the front door. But like this situation, they ain't know what was going on. They ain't know where our house was, what unit we was in, none of that. So
and Domino's
Right.
probably that's probably they drivers too though. Like they probably
exactly,
yeah. Like,
it was a Domino's driver. Yep.
yeah.
Bro, 100% of the time, 100% of the time, I select hand me the food. Don't put it on no ground, because then it's going to stay on the ground, and I'm going to get my money back.
Why?
Hand, I don't do that. Do not put my food on the ground. I do not deal with that. Do
Oh
not do
no,
that.
we got a little cardboard box out there. That shit say
Oh,
food
okay.
box inside of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
that's what I was about to say. It depends on what I'm ordering. Like back in COVID, when we had the Kroger Boost where they delivered your groceries,
Mm-hmm.
you could put that on the floor and just knock on the door and we'll get it. But like if it's something like freshly made food,
Yeah,
then yeah,
fast food.
you gotta have something on there for them to put it.
I will say, I still do the Kroger shit. So like, when I order waters, I usually get like 340 packs. When I do that, I'll tip like $1 or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's usually women. You know what I'm saying? It's usually women
Uh-huh.
delivering that shit. They be struggling and shit.
One
Like,
time, one time I went to the car to help the lady. I was like, dang,
hell
I mean,
no.
I had got a lot of groceries, but the only reason I don't do Kroger Boost no more is because they don't have Kroger out here. But
Yeah.
yeah, I had ordered a whole because we needed to go grocery shopping, and it got to the point where like my wife do the grocery shopping. Like I wasn't going to do grocery shopping, so like if I knew she was coming home from work, she didn't want to stop. It get here within 2 hours. I just order everything.
I,
Then a lady came out there was struggling. I'm like, all right, I'll come out and help you. Like,
I'm not helping. I'm not. No, I'm paid, bruh. And that's the crazy thing too, because like, uh, when you order that shit, it's like I paid for the damn Kroger membership. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mhm.
what is that for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I got a tip too. I probably sound like a real bastard right now.
Hey, but you tipping them because they come delivered it to you. You're tipping for the convenience.
What did I
Like,
pay
and
for?
matter of fact, the people that bring you the stuff don't work for Kroger. They work for Instacart.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so like you're tipping them for taking care of that task for you.
But Kroger contracted them, and I paid the Kroger Boost fee. What's that for? That's for my convenience to get my groceries delivered, bruh.
Yeah,
So what I'm tipping for?
you tipping because somebody delivered them.
What did I pay for
You
then?
you pay for the
Free
the
delivery, right?
opportunity. Like you pay for the opportunity to be able to have your stuff delivered. When
Yeah.
you're tipping the person for delivering it.
I don't do that shit unless I order a bunch of waters.
Now,
But
if they like if they deliver my stuff and my eggs is broken or something like that, well, there's certain stuff we wouldn't order on there. Like we wouldn't order fresh fruit or fresh vegetables on there. Like we
yeah,
gotta
I gotta
cook
pick
those
my own
ourselves.
shit out. Yeah,
But like anything that's packaged, sometimes we like every now and then we might like order like some chicken or something like that. But like most of the time it has to be like something packaged.
yeah. I noticed that
Like
too, bruh. Cause like when we were ordering, now I go shop like in person. But like when we were ordering that shit, it was like they would pick the worst. Like they picking the worst tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? The fucked
uh,
up grapes, the fucked up apples. And it's like
one time my wife ordered bananas. They brought one banana.
Hey.
One banana, dog.
Was
I
you
don't.
mad?
They yes. You know what you mean? Was I mad? Nigga? I didn't order one banana. Why was what in your right mind even made you rip one? I didn't even know that was an option that you could even say I want one banana, like
Them shits
and
by the
rip one
pound.
banana off the bunch.
Them shits by the pound, man.
And
You
guess
trying to
what?
save you some money.
Wife called. Wife called. Got that squared away.
Bruh, you know what though? They probably bought the bushel, charged you for the bushel of
Yeah,
bananas, and
they
gave you
did.
one of them. Nigga.
They did.
That yeah,
And
these niggas is
that
finessers, bruh.
and that's why my
That's
wife
crazy.
called and got that squared away.
Yeah,
That's
So
crazy. But
plus one for the wives out there, man. Y'all really holding us down, especially when y'all, take care of them things that we care about, but not enough to go through it to get it
And
squared away.
if I call them cursing, so you know what I'm saying? It ain't no. You screwed me, and I need to be, you know what I'm saying, satisfied.
well,
I,
I'm definitely calling because I know if she calls, she gonna be nice. I ain't trying to be nice,
No,
so I'm
yeah.
calling.
no, I'm the nice one. I'm the nice.
I ain't
If
saying
she
no.
call in, that mean whatever the issue is, it's gonna be taken care of, and I'm just here to make sure don't nobody call her out her name or disrespect her or nothing like that. But I already know if I hand it to her, it's good. Me, I'm trying to even when I'm talking to y'all and talking about all of these different scenarios, I'm considering everybody else like in the situation. Like, okay, why might they be doing this? Why might they be doing that? Blah 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 blah. And it's like I mean, yeah, am I mad that they charged me $3 and I only got
One banana.
60 cents worth of product? Yeah, but I'm more the type that I just take that L.
Oh
If
no,
it
I
is
ain't see
something
that
that I'm
deal.
like, if it is something that I'm like, nah, I'm not letting that go. That mean like y'all done got me to that point
Bro,
like that.
bro, if you screwed me out of 1 cent, you might as well screw me out of $1 million, nigga. You're
That's true.
fucked. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is the principle. It is the principle.
yeah, like, and you mentioned helping a woman. Have y'all seen a video where it's this woman working for FedEx, and like, she was getting shit out the back of the truck, and like, I guess this family was like in the doorway watching her. She had like two big heavy ass boxes, and like, it was some breakable shit. She just threw that shit in their yard and drove off, bro. And
she
No,
she did she did what I always feel like doing, but I just don't. But go ahead.
but yeah, it's like, bruh, you signed up to be a goddamn FedEx delivery driver. I didn't sign up for it. So what I gotta help you for? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my
yeah.
I mean,
opinion
I,
on it.
I mean, technically they didn't. They don't. I didn't see the video, but I mean, they're not obligated to help.
No.
But, but don't be mad when she. I mean, actually, still, you can still be mad that she threw it. But I mean, you're just
Bruh.
gonna have to try to get another one, I guess,
She's
or
standing out
send
there
it at them, send her back.
she's standing out there in the street cussing at this family like, y'all just gonna stand there and watch me struggle? Yeah, bitch. That's your job. Like,
But yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
I
It's
mean,
funny that they watched them and they were visible. Like you could see them watching. Like that's probably we'll probably be in the house, like looking out
looking out the
the
window.
Yeah, looking out the blinds.
Bruh, they captured this shit in HD. The woman had to be standing right in front of her recording, bruh. But I'm like, bruh, that's your job, dude.
but
Like,
it's more likely I would have went out there and helped. Me, I would have.
man,
If it's a woman, I'm definitely I know it's something big that I ordered, and I see that she's the only one. Yeah, I probably won't go out to help because I want my crap, and I want to get damaged. So, and I ain't trying to reorder anything.
oh, I'm gonna get
I'm
my
gonna go and
shit
help.
because I'm recording this
So,
shit and I'm gonna send it to FedEx. I'm gonna get
yeah,
my
but then,
shit regardless.
yeah, but
Like,
then, yeah,
They're gonna send
yes,
her.
but then you gotta wait again for it to come. I ain't got time. I ain't got the patience for that.
They're
So
gonna send
all
her to
that.
drop it off again too. See
but
who win
I
this
do
war.
I do understand her frustration. When I was doing Amazon, delivering for Amazon, this person ordered two big old Christmas trees, and I had to walk up 3 flights of stairs to get it to him. And no, I ain't. I ain't. I picked the box up. I walked it up the stairs. Took me a little time because I had to keep dropping it, put it down. So, but once I finally got up there, I got to the door, and I told them in a loud, angry voice outside the door. If they heard me, I don't know. That next time, go get this shit yourself. So,
nigga, that's why I
Now,
ordered it, nigga. I don't want to,
what
nigga.
you should have did is drop that hoe off at the leasing office and sent them a message that we left your package at the leasing office. Nigga.
Yeah.
hey, bruh, don't trust me. It's plenty of time where people say deliver to front door, and I say, oh, they got a mail room. Okay, yeah, let's go right in that mail room. Point blank cleared.
And I
I'm not
actually,
going to no front door.
bro, when I stay in apartments, I prefer to get that shit dropped off in the mailroom because niggas will steal that shit off your fucking
You show
doorstep. Like,
They sure would. I used to get messages because they'll mess you about your performance and they say, you did whatever good and whatever, but such a amount of people didn't get their packages. I said, well, it ain't my fault. They should have asked to be delivered in this bushy looking neighborhood. You talking about go steal it? Shoot.
bruh, that's crazy because we got a damn doorbell camera. Legit. This girl walked up. I don't know if y'all remember how my front porch looked, but it's like
Yeah.
the front
Yeah.
door and then like it's covered for like maybe 5 feet, right? The bitch walked up like 5 feet away from my door, scanned the package, fucking frisbeed that shit into our door, bro. I'm not even bullshitting. I'm not even bullshitting, right? So like, I'm angry, right? I wish I would have called it like live, but like it was a couple minutes after. Oh, I might have fought her that day, bro. I might have
Oh
fought
my
her.
god.
Like, bro, she could have literally just sat it on the ground, bro. She threw it
Yeah.
at the door. That's
She
just
coulda.
disrespect. Like, this is it's your job. It's your job. You don't gotta love that shit, but like, you signed up to do this shit, right? Like, what am I missing, bro? Like,
I mean, I understand, but just because you sign up to do something doesn't mean, people are going to do it correctly.
yeah, yeah,
You
and
know, it's all, and in the end, it's all about how your day going. Like, you don't want to take your day out on other people, but when you're frustrated and mad, you don't give a shit. Yeah, everybody gets it.
bro,
So
I'm
it's like,
always frustrated and mad, and like you can't like, bro. I'm sure if both of y'all went to work or went somewhere, ain't mad as fuck. But like when you get there, you got a goddamn code switch. Like it's how is that? I don't know, man. I get the.
I know.
Go ahead.
I agree with you. I've been, delivering, and I don't be want to do things, but I just do it anyway. I don't throw nobody packages. I don't. No, you got people you got somebody at the house that got two sets of stairs. They'll sit at the bottom of the stairs, and it's raining. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? Like, I come and I see FedEx packages and UPS packages at the bottom of the stairs, and I walk all the stairs, put it at the front door, and come back down. I ain't gonna take their package up there. I ain't gonna touch that. Ain't my crap. But I take mine to the door, and then I leave. Like, that's what I do. I'm not gonna do what I see everybody else out there doing. Even though I don't want to walk these two flights of stairs, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna walk it, and I'm gonna drop it at your door, and then I'm gonna get back in my truck and I'm gonna leave.
And bruh, and I'm not even saying you gotta walk it to the door and ring the doorbell. Amazon has left shit in front of our garage plenty of times and not walked it to the door. That's fine. Like, but you throwing that shit and hitting my door. First off, you don't care about my door. You might damage my door. And you don't care about my package. And you don't care about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I take it.
But
Like,
that is exactly right. Like, because I don't care about your package or you, whoever ordering it. I'm just gonna be honest. But I'm not gonna just mess up your stuff though. I don't care, but this is my job and I'm gonna do it. So,
well, we got some free
I'm not
shit from
gonna.
Amazon.
You always get free stuff on Amazon when people do stuff like that.
For sure.
Amazon don't play with that delivering stuff.
I
I'll tell you that right
say
now.
we got the bitch on video. So you want us to send that to you? Fire this bitch.
Amazon not firing nobody.
They not firing nobody.
And if they do, they gonna hire
Oh,
them.
I guarantee you, she got fired. I'll tell you right now.
You think
Well,
so?
I don't know whatever this perception y'all got, but when I was working in the delivery company, people got fired all the goddamn time for doing shit like that. Every week there was a new hiring class. Every week,
Couldn't they just come
every
back
single
next
week,
week,
every single week. I ain't never seen them come back. When I see them, shoot,
bro?
I ain't never seen them come back. But also at the same time, not people getting fired. You have people the same rate of people quitting or getting fired, the same rate of how many people was quitting. Because people was just quitting. I seen people quit on their route. On doing their route. I'm done. I'm bringing the truck back to the warehouse. Like, but I don't care. Come back to. I think people bring whole trucks back. I done seen people leave trucks where they at, called an Uber and went home.
Hey,
I done seen stuff like that happen all the time.
bro, I bet that truck got ran through. They just left an Amazon truck on the side of the
They
road.
left the truck. No, they left it at the whatever place they were delivered in at. They left it there.
Bro, imagine
Well,
waiting on some shit. Amazon say out for delivery. Your shit never come.
and it's not necessarily Amazon. It's the companies that hire because Amazon outsource. So
Oh, yeah.
you don't work. Yeah. So it's the third party company you work for. It's them. It's the people that run these companies that just treat you like you ain't nothing, and people just don't. No, people just don't care. People just leave that crap right there, right there. And don't think twice about it.
I ain't mad at them. It's shit work, man. I know, like in the warehouses, bro. It's shit work, and that was always the backup. Man. If you need some money, go ahead and work at Amazon. Like
Exactly.
it ain't as bad as FedEx, but it's
And
still
I'm
shit.
never going back.
Yeah.
Never going back, dog. Never going back. I think I was only there for 3-4 months.
Yeah. FedEx.
Thought it was
Right?
all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's sweet when you're like, oh, it's only what, 4-hour shifts? What? 4-hour shifts?
They're gonna get every ounce of you out of them.
$20 an hour? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, sign me up. Until you're there, you're like,
Yeah.
what did I do?
I couldn't make it as
Yep.
long as you did.
Right.
Remember, we signed up like together,
Mm-hmm.
and I was out of there, bro. I'm like, this shit, my back hurt, nigga. Like,
Bruh.
Bro, you was out. Bro,
You
you was out of Family Dollar that shoot that quick.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
was fucking. They was fucking me over though. The only reason I called is because you got me a job there, nigga. I don't know if you know that. The only reason I
I
called
remember.
and told that nigga I quit is because you got me a job there. I would have just not showed up again, bro. Like fuck
Yeah,
that
you
place,
told me that. You
Family
told
Dollar
me that.
wasn't terrible to me, man.
my nigga.
It wasn't.
It was way better than FedEx.
Nigga,
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
my check for 2 weeks was 7 hours, nigga. I would work on truck day, nigga. I was basically working at FedEx, nigga, at Family Dollar, nigga. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep doing this bullshit, nigga. I'm spending more in gas like than I'm making. My check
That is true.
$28, nigga. Like,
That was
Yeah.
true because he was coming from Riverdale all the way to Jonesboro,
yeah.
and I was always used to ask why Marcus wasn't out. No, why he wasn't there. Like
Hey, it was fun hanging out with y'all, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Them U-boats, man.
Yeah.
And I remember the same thing. You did the same thing for that Amazon job too. You got lead road and everything. Your butt just stopped going to work.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, bruh. I was the lead, bruh. I was the lead, and they paying me the same thing as these niggas. All right, so like a nigga like I'm not unloading this truck. Okay, nigga. Like I don't know what to say, nigga. I guess I'm gonna do it, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like it's some bullshit, bruh. I'm not coming back, bruh. Like,
That's
but
funny.
you gotta look at the niggas that's been at like FedEx and UPS that's been there for 10+ years, bruh, and still unloading trucks
Still
like
doing
a
it.
savage, bruh. Like them niggas made us something different, bruh. Like,
I know
They
they're
got
probably
to.
in shape too.
They gotta be
niggas.
Great.
because I'm.
Go ahead.
I know I was telling my boss one time when he wanted me to go help load trucks. I said, I'm not 20. I'm not 20 no more. them loading truck days is done for me.
Yeah.
So don't ever ask me to load truck because it's gonna be a no. And this is like what I told him. It's gonna be a no. I'm not going to help load trucks. No, it's not my job. So they hire people for that. They go find them, and if they not here, then they ain't my fault.
That ain't my
So
job, buddy.
they ain't if they ain't show up to work today. Hey, tell the managers to go do it. They go help. I
And,
ain't doing it.
and you
I ain't
know
unloading no truck.
them niggas be serious. They clock in with a lunchbox, nigga. It's a 4-hour shift, nigga. Like niggas have a lunch pail, nigga, and a water bottle, nigga. Oh shit.
Well, I mean, well, for us it was 10-hour shifts, but you know,
God damn. Wait,
yeah, we
you
didn't
working
do
FedEx for 10 hours?
FedEx, no, Amazon.
In the
Oh
warehouse?
my god.
Yeah, the warehouse I work at ain't no 4. It wasn't no 4-hour, 5-hour shift warehouse. It was 10-hour shift warehouse.
Oh my god.
Unloading trucks for 10 hours?
Not me. It ain't my job. Didn't I just tell you? I told my boss I ain't doing that. It ain't my job.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
unloaders couldn't be there for 10 hours.
Yeah,
though.
no.
No,
There's
yeah,
no
they
way.
were everybody in that building is there for 10 hours. Everyone,
Nigga, no way.
That's sharecropping.
and self operation and managers they there longer. But all the people that's under that, everyone, whatever job duty they do. I mean, we got like I don't know, it's maybe like 12 different job duties there, and they all 10-hour shifts. Everybody does a 10-hour shift.
My shit was 4 hours, bruh. They might bump
So-
your shit up 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? If you behind or some shit.
Nope.
But my shit was 4 hours, bruh. And I couldn't imagine staying. I stayed some doubles a couple times, but I couldn't imagine having a mandatory 10 hours, bruh.
Yeah, ATL two, the one or I think it's either one of or the biggest Amazon warehouse in Georgia was
Bad,
Mm,
bruh.
mm, mm. If I'm TI,
Yeah. See, y'all was reason why y'all was 4 hours and 5 hours. You see, I've been working at Amazon for a long time, so I know these things now. But I didn't know them back then. But because y'all working at sortation warehouses
Yeah.
and
Sort center.
but I work at a fulfillment center, so all fulfillment centers are 10 hours or more. Then you got delivery centers. Delivery centers are like sortation centers. They work 6 hours instead of 4. 8 or 10 or 4, they work 6.
Fuck. Couldn't imagine, man.
And they leave once they help us. Once they help all the people, all the companies that come in, depending on what warehouse you at, you got 3, 4, 5 companies that come in. After you help them, get their work out and stuff, then your shift over with. You go home.
I mean,
So,
I know they give you at least they give you your paid breaks and shit, but still, bro, 10 hours. You can't have your headphones on, like
no,
you can't have
none of
nothing,
that.
bro. That shit just
Nothing.
hell.
Just robot.
I wonder what's the thought process behind like no music and stuff like that.
You could die.
They what they tell us, it's a safety issue, blah 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 blah. That's what they tell us.
Yeah.
'Cause I forgot about that. We really did not have no music. And I wasn't really talking to people. It was this one girl that was from New Orleans that I would work with sometimes that would be talking. But like, yeah, I really did that with no music. That's crazy.
Bruh, I used to, me
Yep.
and this dude used to unload trucks together. His name was Maurice. The nigga used to have, I don't know if you remember the Beats Peels,
Yeah.
like the little peel speaker. The nigga used to,
Hmm.
because they used to have to, you have to walk through metal detector, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the nigga would like stuff that shit in the front of his pants, right? Like it's his
Mm-hmm.
dick. And like he would walk through the metal detector. He'd be like, "Oh no, this is my belt buckle or some shit, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
going off." So like we get in the truck, he pulled a speaker out, and like legit, that shit had to be on like 2 or 3, but it was enough. He used to put it down in the. I don't know if you remember the rollers that used to come.
Yeah.
That shit used to come out the belt. So he would take one off, put the speaker down in there, put that shit on like 2 or 3, like. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
So
god.
we could hear that shit a little bit, but
Enough to know what was going on and sing it in your head, basically.
yep, that bruh, he introduced me to Kodak Black, No Flocking, man. I'll never forget that shit. He played
Mm.
that shit on. I was like, what the fuck? Hey, play that again, bro. But yeah, nah, terrible days, terrible, terrible
Yeah.
days.
Yep.
But this is also the last day of Black History Month that we're recording on.
Exactly.
Yeah, February 28th. How y'all feel? What y'all think about Black History Month?
It didn't feel like Black History Month this year to me.
Why not?
I feel like I didn't see a lot of
Ice creams and shit.
adver- advertisements and stuff like that. Like I don't know.
It
It
shouldn't.
usually I feel like it's like at the forefront, and you're seeing something all the time, even though it's always Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King, and it be the same people. You see them, they like force fed to you through
Hmm.
social media and everything. But like, I didn't get that this year,
It shouldn't
so
even
I don't
be.
know.
It
It's
shouldn't
kind of
even be.
weird.
It shouldn't even be a Black History Month
I agree, but why do you think that?
because Black history should be taught through the year. Um, we shouldn't be dwindled down to 28 days.
Yeah. Sometimes
Um,
29.
yeah, sometimes 29. But it shouldn't be dwindled down because no one else is dwindled down to 29 days. So it should just be history. Like, it should be a part of history. Like, why is that like it's been how many years? Like, it's like they just don't want to just combine it with just history and let it be taught year round
Yeah.
instead. I mean, instead of just one month.
Bruh, and what do we get out of Black History Month? This month is not forwarding our people any. Because like No ID said, it's like, it's the same niggas. You hear Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, you know what I'm saying? You hear them same niggas, them same names that like everyone already know. Like no one's learning it. Like at least I'm speaking as like an adult. And I also saw they trying to take like slavery out of schools. Like they trying to stop teaching slavery. Uh,
That's crazy.
so
You surprised? They
I'm
don't
not.
want. Yeah, they don't want any. They don't want any Black history. Period.
Yeah,
Period. And they want. So they don't want us to know our history, where we came from, and all that kind of stuff. But also, they don't want to be held accountable for the wrongs that they did. And one way you do that is by erasing it to where it doesn't even like the issue doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
And so,
the same thing as they did with the Black Panther thing, and it is true. The thing I'm talking about is when you Google Black Panther, the hero comes up, and not the
Huey
Black
Newton and
Panthers of
them.
the yeah.
Yeah.
So
mm,
I did that, and that is true. Like it makes it's slowly silently trying to erase it.
Yep. I heard.
dang,
Go ahead.
I never thought of that before. That's interesting.
I heard Kanye on Rogan. He was saying that shit. It's like uh we got so hype about this hero, but like it's just we rewriting our own history, bruh. And also the Moors, like I think it was in Maleficent, like their people was called the Moors. So when you Google that shit, they come up instead of the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
so Disney is rewriting like literally in front of our face Black history. Like
Trying to cover it up, trying to make it disappear slowly by throwing something in front of it.
And bruh, I saw something the other day. It was like Google's not even a search engine no more. That shit is just it's an ad space. All the shit you see, they're paid for to be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even like if you want a real search engine, go to like fucking what was it, DuckDuckGo or some shit. There's another one too that's like just legit searches from the web, but like
I've been using Chat GPT to research lately.
oh yeah,
Like,
I've been using it too, actually.
what y'all
I
been
I've been
researching?
actually,
using it. I
uh,
just been getting it right and shit like professional, resumes on a specific
Mm,
job title. Yeah.
I've been looking up like financial stuff and things like investment stuff. So I actually learned some stuff because I asked ChatGPT like, how should I invest such and such amount of money, blah blah blah, and it like gave me a list. You got to be specific because sometimes it'll be like we can't give you financial advice or
yeah,
whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
So
not
it
an
gave
yeah.
me a
advisor.
list, yeah, and it introduced me into something called peer-to-peer lending, which I had never heard of. So then I looked that up to figure out what that was. I'm like, oh okay, so like it's kind of cool. It's like Wikipedia. I'm using it like Wikipedia, where like
Yeah.
back then it's like a starting point.
That was like liquidity in crypto, right?
Hmm?
Like liquidity, like um, it's like you have some token, like you have some, like say you have Bitcoin, and
Hmm.
like someone wants to buy a shittier coin, or someone wants to buy Bitcoin with a shittier coin, like you make money by swapping. Like I forget the name of the. I haven't did this shit in a minute, but it was something swap. But
I don't know. The peer-to-peer lending was basically like you go through a third party and say you got $100.
mhm.
You go through a third party and a third party finds somebody that needs to borrow, I don't know, $60. So say you have $100 that you want to lend. You
Mhm.
don't need this $100, but you want to lend it. And say Blur needs $60. So Blur goes onto this third party that y'all both signed up to and gets a $60 loan, and you get interest while they pay back that $60 loan. So it's basically the same way you would get a loan from a bank, but not a bank.
How are you getting
So
interest?
how? Yeah. And how is you getting interest, and how is peer peer getting their money?
They get their money because they charge like a percentage. Well, there are multiple different peer-to-peer lending companies. Let me just say that. The one that I was looking at is called Lending Club, and they get a percentage. From my understanding, they get a percentage from you, from the investor. They get a percentage from your money because they connected you with the borrower,
Hmm.
and you get money. The investor gets money from the interest that's charged on the loan that you're providing them.
What if I don't
So
pay
you
you? What if I don't pay you back?
that that's where the risk comes in because none of this money is insured.
Oh shit, bruh. I wonder how
So,
many people make money lending money, bruh. Like,
I mean, it got to be a decent amount because
do
people
they
are
credit
using it.
check?
Yeah, they do credit check and stuff.
Okay.
You can pick who you want to lend your money to based on like their credit score, and like you can filter out like how who you lend your money to, and that determines the percentage of interest too. So
Mm.
if you are loaning it to somebody who has low credit, that interest rate might be higher because they're higher risks.
So you can see their credit score.
I'm not sure because I didn't make an account.
Oh, okay.
But it seems like I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can pick the individual that you're loaning to,
Mm.
because the way they explained it is like you gave the $100. You don't know who the $100 going to.
Uh,
They allocating that $100 maybe across multiple people, and
mm.
then you're getting it back. So you set a filter saying, okay, I only want people who got at least a 650 credit score to be able to loan from me. And maybe your return is only 5% because all of those people are safe.
Mm.
And then, yeah, like that. So,
Shit, savings accounts paying 3.5% right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That ain't enough for me, man. I'm trying to. Well, needless to say, I learned about this today, and I didn't had no idea this even exists before I went on ChatGPT. But I'm definitely trying to find a way to make something shake
Yeah.
because I've realized, and this kind of goes into like the whole mental health thing, but I'm realizing that I'm never going to truly be happy as long as I have to work with somebody.
Fact.
Exactly. Fact.
So now I'm trying to recalibrate, reprogram all of these things that I've learned and get back into the version of me that was out here taking risks, the version of me that had made $7,000 in the stock market on Doge,
Well,
but
let's
also
that.
the same person who lost, also the same person who theoretically I lost $14,000 with Doge, but I let that scare me. I should have let that. I should have learned from that
Yeah.
because I had the right idea. I had the right idea. I just made a mistake, and that's a part of it. That's a part of the process.
Yeah.
And I feel like I let that mistake derail me, and so now I'm trying to get back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess in net I only lost 7,000, but you know, I was up. I was up. I was living good. I had made like so much money in like 2 hours.
Yeah. I
So
think people are realizing, well, maybe not Bitcoin, but who really knows who Satoshi is, nigga, right? But maybe not Bitcoin, but like most of them shits is like pump and dumps, like, and I
hmm
think Elon, this motherfucker, I believe this motherfucker was the main one. He probably bought that shit at like 1 cent, and then
hmm
like saw niggas getting in on it, like, and
hmm
like kept hyping that shit, cause that's all. That's literally all it was. It was just hype, like
That's all you needed.
it's all you
Enough
needed.
people, enough people on social media to believe the cause
Yeah.
to the moon.
To the moon. And just a quick thing on the ChatGPT too. Their financial info only go up to 2001. Like, so there's a lot of information that's not in there and it's not being analyzed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As far as the stock market, but I know you
Yeah,
mentioned.
I
Go ahead.
definitely asked. I definitely asked ChatGPT what's a good high risk stock to invest in,
What they
and
said.
that can't tell you
Mm,
basically. Like you gotta basically look into a broker or something like that if you want financial advice. We can't do that.
if you want risk, look up options. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I
Right
know
now.
you mentioned mental health. Blur.
Yeah.
What did you want to say about mental health?
Um, just how do y'all deal with it? If y'all have had mental health issues or anything that's related to mental problems, just anything where you feel the thought process, and how did you go about dealing with it? Did you keep it shut up inside? Did you tell somebody? Talk to somebody about it, and whether it helped or did not help, and which one you prefer to do? Speak about it or not speak about it?
Okay, so let me. So we spoke about, I guess, sadness and shit on a previous
Mm-hmm.
episode, and I think No ID said just be happy, just stop being sad, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think with all due respect, I think that's nonsense, right? Because like legit every day, I think I wake up sad, right? Now there is a point to where I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I'm not gonna try to kill myself, right? For fear of being maimed or surviving. I saw a video of a motherfucker in a third world country. He jumped off like a 10-story building, hit his face on another building, fell through the roof of another building and lived. Right?
Gosh. Oh
So
my.
so that's a big fear of mine, right? But I spent a lot of my life like like not wanting to be here, right? I don't, this happiness shit. It's not that shit is for to me. That shit is a it's a very short period of time. Not saying I'm not happy, but like I experience the happiness, and then it's right on to, well, fuck, what's something else? What am I lacking at now? Like I like, for instance, like I'll say, me and my wife have a good day, right? We go, go for a walk. We go out on a date. It's just a good day, right? When I lay down at night, the only thoughts in my head is is the bad ones, right? Now, what I used to do was I used to drink. That's pretty good. That works. That works pretty good. People say it don't, but it works as far as getting you to stop thinking about the bad shit. It's pretty bad on your health, but it works for depression. I used to smoke weed. That's pretty good too. Sometimes you can go the other way. Sometimes you get super paranoid and shit. Uh, but I think now I've never talked to anyone because what are they gonna do for me? They can't live my life. They don't have my brain. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just something I think I live with. It's kind of like addiction. Like I want to every day I wake up, I want to drink. I want to drink right now so bad, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just some I gotta like know that it's a craving and it's a feeling, and like go on anyway, because I know what's best for my health. You know what I'm saying? And going against that, not saying I don't drink anymore because I do, but way less than I did prior. Y'all know that. And
Yeah.
so I think depression and sadness and shit is just like addiction. It's like you're gonna wake up every morning and you're gonna want the things that like you're gonna want those things that you can't have anymore. It's just how you choose to respond to that shit now. Like you know what's best for you, like deep down, and I always did. I just gave into the temptation before, but it's like you know what's best for you, so choose that. Like simple, and maybe it's because I got something to choose that for. Like you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because I have a reason to live now. Like you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like, it's not an easy choice still to this day, though. Okay.
See, the one reason I brought that up is not to, pick being happy or being sad,
Mm-hmm.
but it's known for African American men, black men to have mental issues and not bring it up because it's looked at as being weak or no, ain't nothing wrong with you. You're all right. Ain't nothing wrong with you. And that's how they go about it when it comes to black men. Anyone else can have mental issues, then people take it serious. Black man talking about he have mental issues, and ain't nothing wrong with him. So, I asked this question about for the reason that it's okay, to let it out. It's okay to let people know what you're going through. It don't make you a bad person. Don't make you a weak man. Don't make you none of that stuff. We as men go through these things and people don't know it. And we just got to suck it up because society says it. Suck it up and deal with it.
But what if? See, I don't think. So for me, I'd rather sit, literally, legit. I'd rather sit in a dark room, maybe listen to some music, and just cry sometimes. Like legit, that shit sound crazy. Like now that I'm saying it out loud, but like just sit in a dark room, listening to like put some Kodak on, just cry. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about
Hmm.
shit. Now I'd rather do that than talk to somebody. What's that? What is talking to somebody gonna do? Like what they gonna say? Oh, I understand. No, you don't. You can't. You cannot understand. Like I don't care if you went to school to understand. You cannot understand. Cause like the these thoughts aren't thoughts. It's like a fucking I don't know. It's almost like you not in control. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so like it's not like it's not a switch like that you could just cut off and like you know like.
Hmm.
But I'm letting no idea answer.
To answer the first question, I've tried a multitude of I want to say all those things outside of like weed, or I wouldn't say I drank because I was depressed, but I have drank while depressed, and then typically all of that comes up. Um, I've talked to people.
Wait, what comes up? Like the bad feelings?
Yeah, all of those depressing emotions that I have, they come out, after I've drunk a certain amount. They've been suppressed all that time, and then like it's like they come up. And I have talked to somebody. I have had a counselor. I do still believe in counselors or therapists. Um, my last therapist, though, it felt like we weren't really getting anywhere. Um, and I don't know. I didn't feel like it was enough time. Like our hour sessions didn't feel like there were enough time to like actually get to the root of anything. I don't know. It just didn't feel consistent enough for me.
Can I ask you a question without you losing your train of thought?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said you still believe in like a professional therapy and like you still think it like helped you some. Like what in particular do you think like what do you think about it helped you?
Um, Sometimes I feel like the things that I go through, the therapist kind of normalizes it, kind of like humanizes me in that respect, where I feel like I'm going through something that's unrelatable or extreme, or I don't know how to handle it, or something like that. And it's like sometimes the therapist is like, well, this is normal. Like, you're not the only one that go through this, and they can use, they give me examples of, or they give me parallels, and that kind of makes me, I don't know, like take a breath and realize, okay, like I'm not going crazy, or I am valid in what I'm feeling. Now that I know that, how can I, you know, how can I change the situation? Sometimes it's them allowing me to hear myself and come to my own conclusion. Sometimes they're just guiding me along the path, to help me um, get that enlightenment about that situation. Um, Sometimes it's just good to hear the point of view of somebody who has no connection to you. Like they have no investment in you. They don't, whatever I do does not affect them. It doesn't matter to them. Um, it's like unbiased information. And I think that helps too, because if I were to talk to a friend or my mom or something, they're always going to give me the information with what they think my best interest is
You don't think
from
that's
their
what a
point of view.
therapist is doing? Telling you what they think you should do?
I think it's, I think it's objective. I don't think they tell you what you should do. I don't, no therapist has ever told me what I should do. Like, you should. They might suggest some stuff like that might help, but they never tell me like this is what you should do. And yeah, like I said, I feel like it's objective because they don't really have a stake in me. Like, they're gonna do their thing regardless.
You don't think the stake is getting you to come back every week, pay they however much they charge an hour?
Mm, I mean, yeah, possibly, but either I'm gonna come or I'm not. And then my last therapist was provided through my job, so I don't pay them. So it don't really matter
Yeah.
to them if I come or not.
But
Yeah.
somebody's paying them for you to be there. So it does matter that you come or not. Because someone's still paying them. Your job's still paying them. They're not doing it for free.
They're not doing it for free, but me coming or not doesn't matter because it's like through like a, well, actually, I don't know how to get paid. I don't think, I don't know how to get paid.
Yeah.
You're
But
right. I don't know how to get, because they could get paid based on me booking them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could want more bookings. That's true.
But I ain't
But
mean to derail. I ain't mean to derail your shit. I just want to know how you felt they helped you.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
well yeah, those would be the reasons why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you only. I think you was before I asked you that. You was. Yeah. my bad. My bad, man.
Oh yeah, and like, but there are times where I just pout and I mope around, and I'm just not in a good mood, and I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk to anybody. I had, I just had one of those days yesterday and the day before where I just like, what is the purpose of life? What am I supposed to be doing? What am I doing with my life? Like, who am I? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do my wife love me? Like, why do she feel like what does she see in me? Like all this kind of stuff, like, you know. And like I said, I just kind of moped around and just kind of secluded myself and allowed myself to get that out so that, I can kind of move on. I mean, I'm better today, but I'm still kind of in that mindset of like, what am I doing? You know?
Yeah.
So, no, another thing, another question is like, do you have those days where exactly it's kind of like what ID just said, what is my purpose in life? Um, and then you get into this mood because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't know how you're supposed to do it. You don't know how you're supposed to get there. And then now you in this slump, and then you start thinking about now you feeling a certain way. You trying to understand. Do anybody? No one is going to understand how you feel. You can't talk to your significant other. You can't talk to no one because now it's like you just in this space alone. And of course, there's other people that probably going through the same thing. But in that moment, you think and feel like you're the only one going through this. Like, do y'all
Well,
ever hit those points?
you are the only one going through it.
But I
Cause,
mean, you're the only one going through your own
yeah,
pain, yes, but you're not the only one going through those thoughts that you're having.
yeah. But I mean, them niggas can't help me either. Like, I mean, bruh. So like, I guess I do talk to my wife about this shit. Like, I do tell her
Hmm.
all my, That's
Do,
why it's
do it
great.
help,
Um, does it help me feel happier and not depressed?
or do it just help any? Like you talk, you have a conversation over with. Do you get better a little bit, or you just like, nah, shit didn't. It is what
No,
it was. It didn't change nothing.
no. It makes our bond stronger, because I
Okay.
think it shows her or gives her like a deeper perspective as to who I am and like
Hmm.
what I feel. And the same with her, because like sometimes like she told me some stuff and early on I'd be like, man, what did I do something like to make her upset with me? Like, but it's just
Hmm.
like it's vice versa, and it's weird seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Hmm.
live in it, but then you seeing it in this other person is
Yeah,
like is like a different experience. But what was your other question?
that was it. I just wanted to know was have you ever just sat down and thought about your purpose and was in this slump
Oh,
that you just couldn't find a way to get out of?
and that's out, man. I was thinking that when No ID said that, yo, what's the purpose in life? I think life has been built to make us feel this way, bro. To make us not know, to not think we good enough, bro. Y'all laughed at me when I was like, bro, if we was like still fucking cavemen and had to go hunt and shit, I get, bro, wouldn't be no depression, bro. Like it wouldn't like our days would be filled with like fucking community and purpose. Like our purpose is to feed our families, bro. Like
I
with our
disagree.
hands. Like
I disagree though, because even then there would still be haves and have nots. And so you would still aspire to have more than what you have.
yeah, Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of our issue comes from because we want more.
Yeah.
We want more for ourselves. We want more for our family and the ones that we love. We want more. We're
Yeah.
not satisfied.
And that goes back to what ID just said too, because I've thought of that myself. Why you with me? Like, what is the reason you with me for? Like, I'm trying to figure my own crap out in my head. Like, why you with me dealing with the type of person I am right now?
Bro. Oh,
Not saying I don't deserve to be with anybody, but I just have those thoughts sometimes. Like, to just be alone on my own somewhere in a ditch, breathing.
Oh, go ahead. I'm like, hold on. Where's it
Not
going?
dead, not dead. No, no, not that. Go ahead, Mark.
man. That ditch threw me. I forgot.
I
But
never heard anybody want to be in a ditch.
yeah, but no. So it's like I had it again and then I lost it. Go no idea. I'm gonna try to get my.
I didn't have nothing.
Um,
Oh, well, I mean, well, it's not. Well, let me
no, I had
clarify
some
that.
good shit to say, man. Fuck. Oh, I
Let me.
got it.
Go ahead. Go
Let me
ahead.
go
Go
real
ahead. Go
quick.
ahead.
So it's
Yeah.
like I you can't wait until you feel perfect, bro. Right? Because like it's never gonna happen. I used to be like, yo, like I'm gonna wait till I like get my muscles and like wait till I get in shape. Like, why, bro? You wait all that time that you wasting to from the point you are to the point where you think you're in shape. That's time that you wasted not doing some shit for what? Like, and like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and that in shape may never come. So then, what you doing with this time? Like, so and everybody got shit that's unresolved. I don't know nobody that's that don't have some type of like what I'm saying? Like I don't know nobody that's just happy. Like
But
legitimately.
what?
Like
But okay. What? What are you? What are you, Mark? What are you supposed to be doing with your life?
um I believe that I was put here to have a van and maybe a little strip of land.
So you
Uh
believe that's your purpose in life, to have a van and a little strip of land.
I feel if I had that, that would be as close to content as I would ever be. Yes.
What about you, ID? What do you feel? What is your what? I'm not even feel like. What is your purpose? Do you know your purpose
No.
of what you're supposed to be doing?
Nah, I think I'm still on the path of all of that. I don't know, you know. Maybe maybe you don't just have one purpose. Maybe you have multiple purposes throughout your life. And I think that I have fulfilled some purposes, you know. I don't know if that was supposed to be my purpose forever. I don't know if it's the same as whatever my purpose is supposed to be now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know that
Yeah,
we ever find out. I think it's more so about the path and the journey. And
Yeah.
but
you know,
I do think we supposed to find our purposes. I do think that. I believe there is something we are meant to do. I believe it's that singular thing that we supposed to do, and whatever thrives from that singular thing is a part of our purpose. I think this is one thing we're supposed to do, or anyone in the world, everyone in life has something that they're supposed to do, and I just don't know what it is.
who's to say that
And
you haven't
brother,
done it already though, if it's only one
and
thing?
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I might have came across my purpose, but I don't know I came across it. I don't know.
And then what
Like,
if you have came across it and then what do you do then? If it's just one thing and what if you've done it, then what? You just
but that's what I'm saying. It's never actually one. There's one thing you supposed to do, but it is gonna always be things that come
uh,
from that one thing. So it's gonna keep branching out. Whether it's you supposed to get here and then you write a book about it, or you write several books about it, or you go do a conference here, you go talk to some people here, or you whatever thrives from that one thing you do, there's gonna be things that no a ripple effect gonna come from it. And that's how I feel. And I've done things that I enjoy or I like, or I think in my mind, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's the unsureness because I don't know that's what I'm supposed to do. So it's like, and then when you get to that point, it's like now it's fear. Like, do I jump and step out on a limb? No, or do I just jump out the airplane and hope everything? No, I survive. I don't know.
Bro, at
Then I
this,
just
go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, no, you good. Go ahead.
I was at this point. You kind of gotta jump. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
cause like therapists, doctors, they just you and me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Elon Musk just a
Hmm.
nigga like you and me. Like, this nigga's a human. He bleeds shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like us, bro. Like, he just made different choices than us, bro. You know? And I'll say like me and my wife talked about this before. She said her purpose is, trying to help people. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'm like, damn, that's dope. But I also know me, and that's not my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
don't want to help motherfuckers. Like, just keeping it real. Like, I don't get joy from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get that refilling of like, that filling up that she does from it.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. Like, I used to think my purpose was just trying to be happy, but trying to be happy is like the furthest you can be from being happy, bro. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I think that shit kind of just gotta come with like what you're doing. Like, I don't think you
Hmm.
can go try to be happy. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot to think about, man. It's a lot to just know, and that's what forms certain people depression or mental issues. Because they have a lot going on. Then they think about life and they think about decisions that they made. They think about decisions they didn't make. You know, and it just it puts you in this mood, and it's just a terrible mood that you don't want to be in.
yeah. I read a quote. I'm about to butcher that shit, uh, but it's like if you living in the past, uh, you. I'm not even gonna try it. Fuck it. I ain't even gonna try it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good quote, man. I wish I could like remember shit that I read better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in my
Yeah.
Hmm.
mind, I know the gist of it, but like I can't quote it right now. Like, but yeah,
But is that no? Speaking of that, is that a no? This is a new topic based off what you just said. Um, is that a conscious thing or unconscious thing that you remember what you want to remember?
I think it's drugs and alcohol for me.
Because
This
say
sounds like an
it's a,
argument that happened.
say it's about no, I'm just saying say it's about it's not an argument, but say um it's a computer program that something that or you've read and you remember everything about it, but say it's something else that you ain't really into that you read about, but you don't remember nothing about it.
Yeah,
Is that a conscious thing or unconscious thing that
I
happens?
think the drugs and alcohol has ruined my brain, legit. I'm not bullshitting. Like that's kind of why I stopped because I know,
uh,
like I forget shit that I said like an hour ago. Like, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like I've started reading more, so I feel like I'm better. I'm able to retain more. But when I first started like reading, I would have to read like the same page over and over again because my brain. I could be reading a page and my mind is like somewhere else. My mind is thinking about like God, who knows? Like my mind's thinking about fantasy football or some shit. Like so, it's like
mm,
I'm not even. I'm reading the words on the page, but none of it's getting into my brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
that kind of went to I comprehend in the moment, but then unless I use it, it's gone, bro. Like unless
Mm,
I like consciously do something with that information, it's hard for me to recite it. Like,
Yeah, I feel like it's hard for me to retain um a lot of things that I read or come across. Mostly things that I don't really have interest in, but it is good to know. But I can't retain that information. But if it's things I want to know or really want to know, I retain it more easier. I just don't understand why is it like that. Go ahead, ID.
I think it might have something to do with how well you actually understand what you're trying to retain too. I think it's
Hmm.
probably easier to retain stuff that you can conceptually understand versus trying to retain something that you have no idea about. But I don't know. That's just what I think.
It's a good thought.
yeah. Y'all got any more to add?
Not to that, I don't. That's
Okay. I I want to talk about. We haven't spoke about COVID, bro, or the vaccine since we've been back, and I feel like the world needs to hear about these things. But I'm gonna twist it a little bit. So I don't know if y'all have seen the Damar Hamlin interview with Michael Strahan.
No,
no,
Have you seen it, Nardi?
no.
no.
Okay, so in the interview, one of the questions Strahan asked, he said, "What did the doctor say caused your heart problem?" Bruh, like he looked intently for like 15 seconds. And he said, "I don't want to talk about that."
Mm,
Okay. Now I read an article. I read a study. I wrote this down. So it's like um, they did a study about people that got the vaccine and people that didn't get the vaccine, right? So they
mm,
said people that didn't get the vaccine but got COVID were more susceptible to heart attacks after the age of 40, right? But they said people that got the vaccine are more susceptible to heart problems under the age of 40, right?
mm,
Now,
Mm.
I think it's weird that a 20 something year old male in the best shape of his life has had cardiac arrest after they was talking about the testing that the NFL players have to undergo to like get to play the game. But I think it's weird for and not even a big hit happened, but I think it's weird for him to have cardiac arrest when it's never happened in over 100 years of NFL football. But it happened now. Like,
hmm
I ain't saying it's the vaccine, but I'm saying it's the vaccine. And they're still telling people to get it, even though there's also a study that says like they was wrong in saying that natural immunity from COVID was worse than the immunity you get from vaccines. But motherfuckers, Rogan had doctors on saying that shit. They say it's bullshit, it's nonsense. Like,
mm,
and when you think about America, think about all the ads for pharmaceuticals we see on TV, bro. Right
mm.
now, it's one other country that allows pharmaceutical companies to advertise on TV. We're one, and then there's another country. I don't think that shit's coincident, bro. Like, um, I saw this clip also about Woody Harrelson. He was on Saturday Night Live. He told a story about like imagine a drug cartel, like, and they took over like politicians and governments, and they made you take their drug, and then they made you stay in the house and then they kept making you take this drug. Like, I don't think, bro. I don't know. I I saw these two things and like my mind like kind of put two and two together.
So basically, you think it's more to like
It
we've always kind of been like we've always had our antennas up as far as the vaccine and stuff
yeah
has been going on. But basically, to you, this kind of confirmed that something really is going on, and now it's just what is it and why.
yeah
Basically, that's where
because
you are with it.
there was also a MSNBC reporter. She said her heart swole after getting the vaccine. She went to the doctor. The doctor says from a cold. Cold made her heart swell. I had a bunch of colds. I'm sure y'all have too. You know what I'm saying? My heart ain't never
Mhm.
swole to the point where, you know what I'm saying? I like that's insane, bro. Like,
Well, it is something to think to consider, because obviously this isn't everybody, but what percentage of these people have gotten a vaccine that this is happening to? It could be an adverse side effect. Well, what's adverse? I don't know if that's the proper term. It could be
Like a
a side
rare,
effect.
yeah.
You know, it might not be. You know, I mean, there's risks. There's always gonna be risks. You know what I mean?
Not if they didn't
It's
force
an
people to
unfortunate risk.
take it.
I mean, technically, they didn't force anybody to take
Oh
it.
yeah, you just can't work if you don't have it. Okay,
Yeah, some. Hey,
that's not
that
force.
I mean, it's
You
it's a
literally
deter.
can't
It's a.
earn a living unless you get it.
I mean, you could earn a living without it, but you couldn't earn a living how you were before. In a lot of people's cases, there was still money to be made in COVID without a vaccine.
So you think, but you think it's fair? Like, look at bruh. They was firing frontline nurses who was there, bruh, that didn't want to get the vaccine, bruh, who was taking care of motherfuckers that was sick. You don't get the vaccine, you gotta go, bruh. That's crazy.
No, I don't think it's fair.
Like,
But neither is America is not fair.
it's supposed to be
It's
free
that,
though. It's supposed to. One of the selling points of America is freedom. Freedom
it
to
is free.
choose.
You are free to
Do,
choose.
do we have to go down through history to pop holes in that story? But go ahead,
No,
ID.
I
no.
mean, you are free to choose. You are free to choose, and you have to deal with the consequences of what you choose. I'm not saying it's fair,
Yeah.
but that's what it is. And the people, honestly, you could win either way. Some people were getting the vaccine and winning because they got the vaccine. Some people said, I'm not getting the vaccine and maybe,
Lost
change
everything.
their life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's all about your mindset, man. You know? Um,
How so?
huh?
How?
Because
If someone's saying, okay, if your employer is saying, oh, you don't want to do this, well, if you don't do it, it's your body, but if you don't do it, you can't work here. So like, how is that on mindset? What if you worked your whole life to get to where you are? How's that? How's that mindset? Like,
then it's up to you to decide if you want to get the vaccine or not. You have to decide what opportunity cost you want to take. Because if I'm the owner, if I got a business and you work for me, and I want the people that work for my business to get a vaccine because that will make the customers comfortable to come into my establishment.
the science says, a COVID was not deadly unless you was it was deadly. Some people died. I'm not saying people didn't die from it. People did die from it. But the majority of people that died from it had pre existing injuries and was old as shit. Right? Young motherfuckers was kinda okay during COVID. Motherfuckers don't want to hear that. And also the vaccine didn't stop transmission or from you getting COVID. So what protection did the customer have, bro?
It's not about the protection that they had, it's about the protection they perceive they had. It's not always about the facts. Sometimes it's just about perception. And that's America right there. The perception.
Exactly.
That's America right there. Like, I mean, especially like when we talk about emotions and how things feel, it feel good to drink, even though the facts say like it's not good for you,
Yeah,
but it feel good.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, yes, it's very unfortunate, and my condolences to everybody who lost their life
Yeah.
to COVID, lost family to COVID, lost their job because of COVID.
Hmm.
I definitely do sympathize and empathize with them
Exactly.
because I had COVID myself. I
I've had
also got
COVID
the
3 times.
vaccine,
Yeah.
and like I was very against getting a vaccine, but because of my mindset and where I was at the time, I felt like I did not have a choice. But
And
I
that's
did have
okay
a
with you.
no. Well, it's okay. It's okay with me because I did have a choice. I felt like I didn't have a choice, but I could have made the hard, risky, uncomfortable choice. I could have made that choice, and it could have changed my life. Who knows what I could be doing right now? You know, if I was willing to get out of that safety mindset, if I was willing to go against
Mhm.
the easy way out, because it was, as much as I didn't want to take the vaccine, it was easy for me to take the vaccine and keep my job where I was comfortable, where I knew I was going to get a paycheck at the time it was every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, but I very well could have stood up for something. If I really believe that I shouldn't have to get the vaccine, I could have used the opportunity to stand on that and make a different choice, and and try my hand at something else.
Yeah.
You know, um. So yeah.
Bruh, and I'm saying that as a nigga that I put all kinds of shit in my body. Y'all know that. But like, I'm not, no, bruh. Some shit they whipped up in New Mexico in an RV, nigga. No. That damn,
Walter White.
yeah, yeah. It was either some Walter White. That Walter White was the Johnson and Johnson. That Flint water was the Minerva. Like,
I had Pfizer. Not saying that
uh,
that was better, but according to the studies, it
nice
was
many
supposed
blood
to be
clots,
better.
right?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we say all of that and then don't know what we be eating and drinking.
Yeah. I'm learning
Exactly.
though. I'm looking at ingredients more. I'm eating more fresh.
Bro, I don't change. I'm trying to change my whole diet to where, like today, I didn't eat nothing but fruit
Yeah.
until like I'm about to eat dinner. I think that's about to be my new. That's my new thing for right now, at least for this week.
Yeah.
When I get hungry during the day, drink water, eat fruit, because they say you cannot overeat fruit and it can't harm you.
Well,
So
actually, I don't think you can overeat vegetables, but fruit has like a lot of sugar in it. And even though it's sugar that comes with fiber from fruit, sugar it feeds the bad bacteria in your gut. It also like helps grow cancers. Sugar's not great. I mean, do your own research, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying, but I'm saying I think you can eat too much fruit.
mm,
But
you can get some vegetables too, some carrots, some celery.
yeah,
Well, celery is good for fiber. It really ain't got
yeah,
nothing else in it.
no
And
nutrition.
water, fiber and water. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, bro, I'm not Muslim. I don't practice Islam, but I think I'm gonna do Ramadan this year, bro. Um,
That's basically intermittent fasting, ain't it?
You
no,
just eat fast,
yeah.
fast.
Like you
Well,
don't, yeah, from from
sun up to
sunrise to
sundown,
sunset, you don't eat.
or drink
Yeah.
anything. With intermittent fasting, you can at least drink like water, Diet Coke, shit with 0 calories in it,
You can't drink any water.
anything. Yeah, and it's supposed to be like no cursing, no like arguing from while the
Mm.
sun's up, no sexual activity.
Yeah,
Um,
you
Uh,
can fast from. Yeah, you can fast from anything.
yeah, so it's like I'm gonna try to use that shit as like a detox and try to
like
reset
reset.
myself. Yeah,
Mm.
And make sure while you fasting, you read the Bible too. So,
I'm gonna read the Quran actually.
no, read the Bible.
I'm gonna read the Quran actually. Uh, I've read the Bible. I told you that. Y'all know that I've read the Bible. Like, I want to see what they got to say over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. Did you
The
answer
Quran.
about the COVID? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead
Nah,
with your.
nah. I didn't have. I was gonna say I don't have nothing to say against the COVID thing. Or Damar Hamlin thing. And, who knows or what kind of conditions he had and
He
he
said he
might
had
had when
none.
he caught
He
arrested.
said he had no pre-existing conditions, and he was
Yeah,
tested before every year. He had
but
zero.
that could be him trying to spread his own agenda. Whatever the case may be,
Why
you
wouldn't he
know.
say what the doctor said caused his heart to stop? He
All I'm
said, "I don't
saying
want to
is,
go into that."
Yeah,
all
I
I'm
mean, what if the doctor said he had AIDS or something? He wouldn't want to. I don't want to tell nobody that.
He
I'm,
would.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying there is a world where he might not want to tell
Okay.
what the doctor said.
uh,
That's all I'm saying.
all I'm saying is he ain't the only one
AIDS.
that got the vaccine, and he ain't the only one that got the vaccine. No one else had a heart stopped or pass out. So
Also,
my whole thing on this shit happens. So shit happens.
but
I ain't got nothing to say about it.
follow this
So,
though. They've been playing football for over 100 years, and they're probably the most health conscious that they have ever been in the NFL right now. So like
hmm
to say that this nigga wasn't tested well and like this shouldn't have happened, bro. Like
hey, records are meant to be broken. So
okay,
But also, if everybody in the league has a vaccine.
not everybody. Not everybody. Kirk
most
Cousins, Aaron
mostly.
Rodgers, Amari Cooper. Them just the ones I can name. Not
Oh,
everyone has a vaccine.
I thought after they got I thought after Rodgers got exposed, he had to get the vaccine.
No,
Oh, okay. Well,
no.
no.
And
Well,
these,
that means Damar Hamlin didn't have to get it. He chose to get it.
you don't know that, bro.
Well,
You don't know
hold
that.
up.
Man,
But you
nobody
just
gave him the vaccine in his sleep.
but you just said everyone in the NFL don't got it, right? So they mean they chose not to take it. So
Yeah,
why he
they,
have a choice?
bro. This nigga's a okay. First off, is he Aaron Rodgers? Is he Amari Cooper? And is he Kirk Cousins? They will
First
cut
of all, it
this nigga
doesn't
like
matter.
nothing. It does matter. What are you talking about, bro? If
It
you
does-
expendable,
I'm-
you will get cut, bro.
But who said he was expendable?
You think DeMar Hamlin's an important part to the Bills?
He was a starter, wasn't he?
He was making the league minimum, bruh.
But he was a starter. He was a starter for a
Hey,
reason,
hey,
right?
a lot more now.
No, he's not, bruh. When he went on injury reserve, they
Didn't
had
they
a
just give him
choice.
a new contract?
I don't know what they gave him. I can't speak on
I
that.
thought
But hold on.
I thought I just saw them give him a new contract. Go ahead.
No,
though.
hold on. So when he went on injury reserve, because of the contract he was signed to, they had a choice to not pay this nigga. And what they did was they said, "Oh, we gonna pay him because we're grateful and we're thankful for him." They had a choice to even pay this dude on injury reserve. They could have just cut him, bro. And you say he's
But a
not
lot of
expendable?
but a lot of people have that. A lot of people are in that same situation where they not can just get cut and not get paid.
How many important people are in that position, bro?
I don't know. I don't know the NFL like that. I
Is
don't know
Kirk
who's in
Cousins
what
in that
position.
position? Is Aaron Rodgers in that
Hey,
position?
them people just made sure they got their guaranteed contract, so they wouldn't have to be. But Damar Hamlin ain't even been around long enough or good enough to even
Bruh.
fight for a guaranteed contract.
If you're making $50 million a year, you don't got to get the vaccine. Otherwise, they got the jab station right outside of practice. Just go over there and get it, bro. Like, look, what are we even like? Come on, bro. Like, and I'm totally spitballing. I do not know that the vaccine. That's just my brain put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know all the other players that didn't get it. Them just the three that I know off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I just look. This is my 2 points on it. I don't. Shit happens. So I don't, and I wouldn't put it past the world for your point to be right. I
Yeah,
won't put it past it. It could be right,
I wouldn't either.
but
And I could be wrong. I think that's. I should say I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
when I believe anything can happen when money is involved.
and it's a
So
lot of money involved in pharmaceuticals. It's a lot of money. I guess I'll say, do either of y'all regret it, knowing what y'all know now?
No. I mean, I've got sick from COVID based on when they tested me and said I was positive, but I wasn't actually sick. It just said I was positive, but I ain't feel nothing.
Why'd you
Other
get
than that,
tested then?
what did I get tested? Because Brittany had it. She was positive, so I just got tested.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I got a kid, so all that matters to me.
It didn't
So
stop you from spreading COVID, bro. And the kid was safer than you without it.
I mean, my kid didn't get no vaccine, so I mean,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're safer, bruh. COVID didn't kill no kids. I'm sure it's a kid somewhere that died from COVID. That's not what I'm saying. But the majority of deaths from COVID did not come from children. And you getting the vaccine didn't stop you from giving it to nobody or from getting it, bruh. So who are you protecting?
that is true. That is true. But that was before I knew that having COVID, you could still give COVID.
With the vaccine?
Yeah. So if I would have known that I could still give someone COVID without the vaccine. With the vaccine, I would have just not never took it.
I know you don't watch Rogan, but he had doctors on that said this is not stopping transmission or and they shit on him, bruh, and say he's spreading false rumors, he lies. Stop listening to him. What's the truth then? Like,
And besides that, that was another reason I chose to get it. If it weren't for this reason, I would have never got it. Uh, Working for Amazon, they was like, if you go get the vaccine, you'll get 10 PTO hours, right? So
man,
for free. So I
oh
wanted those
man.
hours. So I went and got
In New York City, they was giving people joints.
it.
I remember that.
That's crazy, bruh. Giving people joints and concert tickets.
And I ran out of time, so it was like, should I go get this vaccine to get some more time? I could just be off work or not. So that
Man,
wasn't a hard for me being a black person. Wasn't a hard decision. I don't want to be there anyway. So,
they can't buy me like
got
that, man. Like, I'll be homeless in the
but
streets, nigga.
I'm fine though. I mean, I'm fine. Might not be fine. Who knows? I'm gonna leave it up to the Lord.
Yeah. But do you regret it, Nardi?
No. I just see it as a I guess as
A
a
learning curve.
yeah,
Yeah.
I learned something about myself in the process.
What was that? What you learned?
If they
Uh,
had follow up questions.
I feel like I folded, you know.
Mm,
I did put up a good fight. I believe I put up a good fight.
yeah.
Um, but I think when I think about it now, I just think that it was a product of my programming. I was
Mm,
raised to get a
exactly.
job, to be responsible, to pay your bills on time and stuff like that. So the
Be a
idea of
robot.
yeah, basically. So the idea of losing that put me in a space where I felt like I need to keep this job.
Mm.
So
It's
yeah.
crazy because like I told my wife like if her job made her do it, I would get it with her. So glad. Like I'm like man, I, cause like if it kill her, like hopefully it killed me too, nigga. Like but otherwise, like and the other time I actually called you. I don't know if you remember this, Nadi. Like I had got an offer from a
hmm
company. They wanted me to do some other shit, but they wanted me to get a vaccine, bro. And I was just like, man, like among other reasons, like I can't sell myself like that. Like
I
uh,
was just thinking about that
yeah.
conversation recently. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I'm on the next book now, and I'm like, he got the right mindset, man. He
What
got the right mindset, dog.
appreciate that,
Just
man.
you just gotta you know, I mean, y'all already doing it. I really don't have to tell you what you need to do.
Sometimes
Y'all already got it going.
there's times though where like I don't know, cause my mom kept telling me to go get it. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm sending her studies and stuff. I'm like, man, like read these, like, but it's like it's
yeah.
that same thing. It's that mindset. It's just like they trust the government and
Mm,
like I don't know if it's trust the government, but they follow rules. You know what I'm saying? They don't really
Mhm.
question like what's in front of them.
They
If who depending on who say it or whatever.
they do what they've been programmed to do. They do what they know though. At the
Yeah.
same time, you know, they do what they know. It's not, you know, it's not like to no fault to them is basically what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
it's the same thing with like the whole politics thing. They want you to. I know like my family wants me to vote one way, and
Dead.
it's, it's like
Yeah, I did.
I, this is not. I don't really believe in this for real like that. Like,
Hmm.
um,
Bro. The whole narrative is like Trump's the racist, right? Trump's the bigot and all
Hmm.
this. I'm not saying he's not, but
Definitely, he definitely is. He
what are
definitely
you
is.
basing that on? Tell me how.
Uh,
You can't just say he's racist and say
I'm basing this on his actions.
which are what.
Hey, nigga, I don't have a
But you're
thing.
basing your opinion that someone's racist on actions. What are the actions that he did that make you think he's
I'm
racist?
basing it on things that I've seen him do and things that I've heard him do, or heard him say. Like,
And you
What,
can't expect him to bring up them things, Mark, because you just
bro?
randomly brought up
If
this conversation, so he
if
don't have it
but I'm saying
ready to be.
if these are things that swing your opinion on someone, you should know them, right?
But we just explained that a memory. We just talked about memory, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
but nah, like I'm not saying. First of all, I'm not saying whether I will or won't vote for him based on him being racist.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I believe that he is racist. But go
But
ahead.
for no reason.
For reasons that I
Like me,
cannot explain.
Okay.
I got one reason. Well, I'm half and half on this reason.
Okay.
But when he was talking, no, always talking about Hispanic people. I didn't think I think he was racist against Hispanic people. Um, Go ahead. So you say?
Um, uh,
He
so
racist too.
I'm not
Go ahead.
racist. If you look at the numbers, if you look at the numbers, what he's saying not false. Like there are murderers and rapists crossing the border. There are. There may not be to the extent that he's saying they are, but they are. And my whole point was like it's it. And when you think of why you my point in asking you those questions was you think that, or I thought that because that's what the media says. The media says Trump's the racist. The media says Trump incited a riot on January 6th. If you watch that speech, he didn't incite shit. Like, you know, if you actually watch his speech, he didn't incite shit, right? But Trump's the racist, right? Meanwhile, Biden says, a 80-year-old white man says, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Who are you to
Oh,
say? Who are you to
well,
say who's black? Like,
I think Biden's racist too. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
think that
never.
there's I don't
yep.
believe in lesser of the two evils. Like they both racist. So like I
I
don't feel like I wasn't one of the ones who were on the line
Uh,
of
the,
I'm gonna vote Biden because Trump is
yeah, the
worse. Like,
Biden. Yeah, the
yeah,
Biden. Train. No, I wasn't on that either.
yeah. He just called a black politician boy, right? Now,
Hmm.
but you hear Trump's the bad guy, right? Now, also this shit unrelated. Now this crazy because we didn't plan this, but Biden was over in the Ukraine, right? When the train before the train derailed in Ohio, in East Palestine, Ohio, right? He was here. Then he flew to fucking the Ukraine. Meanwhile, Trump went to East Palestine and brought them niggas waters and bought niggas McDonald's. Right now, I'm not saying that shit is he's a saint or he's a savior, but at least the nigga went there. I'm not even saying it's not for publicity, but like, what do we?
hold on, this the same nigga that went to Haiti though and was throwing paper towels.
Yeah, he was shooting that bitch. Yeah,
Hold
wait,
on
look,
now.
look, look, but look, who else went there? Who else went there? Come on, bruh. Like they make
Whatever.
fun of this
Whatever.
nigga. They make fun of him for actually trying to help people, bruh.
And I was just about to say that that was actually. I mean, I might not agree with some of the things Trump did, but that would make me like him because he wasn't following everyone else
Yeah,
role playing script. You
and
know, he was following his own script.
And it ain't the same fucking like stiff. I'm gonna give this presidential speech bullshit. Like the nigga went in McDonald's. He was like, I eat here so much, I know the menu better than y'all. Like the nigga cracking jokes in like time of crisis. Like that's what you want. Like or I don't know, man. But like
I
that.
mean, Barack did the same thing too, but
Yeah, I ain't got nothing against Barack. But I'm saying this.
yeah.
I don't know,
Barack ain't do nothing either.
huh,
He ain't do nothing either.
I
bro.
But
mean,
give people hope.
I'm gonna tell you this. Barack, he let me stay on my mom's insurance till I was 26. So that's the most anyone's ever did for me as a president that I
Yeah.
can remember.
But no, I ain't have nothing against Trump. Biden can't even read or walk in a straight line.
or
So
ride a bike.
uh so and when I saw that his old ass running for president, I said, hell no.
Yeah.
Think about to die tomorrow and he running for president? No.
That nigga be shaking nobody's hand, bro. That nigga give a speech, just turn and just shake somebody's hand, bro. Ain't nobody there,
Like to
nigga.
ghost, all kinds of stuff. I was like, damn, bro, this nigga, and they make this nigga president? Boy, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Because, bro, that show you it don't even matter because it, the agenda's there. That nigga just gonna push the agenda. He don't gotta have a sound body or mind, just as long as that agenda getting pushed.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
This whole thing is operated behind the scenes. The president is just the spokesperson.
Yep, that
President,
mouthpiece.
True.
president
That
ain't
is
really got
true.
nothing going on. And the one president I think that was trying to do his own thing got his head blowed off. So it's like,
JFK or
yeah,
Lincoln.
JFK.
Yeah,
Man, that's Lincoln.
he freed the slaves.
Oh,
Not gonna be happy. Not gonna be
Why?
happy.
That's why. This nigga's
because they try to big him up like, oh, he's a savior for black people, but he didn't want to free us. He had to. If he didn't free us, the whole United States would just be the Confederate. It would be United Confederate. They had to free us in order to save the United States. They didn't have a choice. And that's why they tried to use us to help win the war. If it wasn't for us, the Union would have lost. I mean, not the Union.
the,
What was what were they called? The Yankees, I guess. The Yankees
North?
would have lost. Yeah, the North would have lost if they didn't free us and have us help them. He ain't want to free us. He had slaves himself.
Oh yeah, they
And
all did.
and
Like
exactly, I'm not about to be excited over something that I'm supposed to already have. So
Yeah,
that's my whole thing with Juneteenth. I know we segue into a whole bunch of
it's all
stuff,
good.
but that's my issue with Juneteenth. Is like
Galveston,
we're
Texas.
yeah, we're celebrating our freedom from slavery, but we was free. We were supposed to have been
Way
free,
before, yeah.
So it's like a backhanded compliment.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like we celebrating that we got free, but the whites are celebrating that we got you for a whole nother certain amount.
Exactly.
But they say it's because
Man.
just didn't get the news yet because they were so far. But
They knew.
I don't really believe that, dog.
They knew.
That's just like your car company telling you to pay your bill. Like, oh, I ain't know I was 6 months late. I would have paid you. Like, you knew you wasn't paying, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, and don't judge me too hard, but the first time I heard Juneteenth was on Atlanta.
really?
Yeah. No, I had no clue what it was.
Well, you know now. Sometimes it's those unsuspecting avenues that teach you something. Like,
Yeah.
you can learn
Yep.
from anywhere, dog. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure people in Texas probably, because it's
Yeah.
probably in their social studies books.
Well, maybe it might be. It might not, man. I wouldn't put it past them, man.
True.
Yeah. But y'all got any more y'all want to add?
Nah.
No, sir.
Go ahead and wrap this thing up then.
Go ahead, Blair.
Wrap the thing up. I'm about to wrap that thing up, shawty. 16 balls. I'm
Go
gonna wrap the
ahead.
thing up real quick.
You want to beat?
Nah, I don't want to beat. I'm freestyling straight solo, shawty. Acapella. Um,
Yeah.
well, that's it for the show, man. You got Mark. You got No ID. You got the realest niggas in the house. Always come and check us, man. Subscribe, follow, and like some more so other niggas can like. Share so other niggas can share. Subscribe so other niggas can subscribe. All right, we out of here.
We out.